We are now walking through Rouen, the city where I was at on the beginning of my mission. And Lindsay found some fantastic shoes that she's absolutely in love with, and ice cream.
We'll take you back to the shoes in a minute.
Okay. That's a nice suit right there. Very sharp. So anyhow, walking down this way, there's more downtown. Not an awful lot to see that's different down there. It's just more shops and more stores. You can see the cobblestone streets.
There's a lot to see.
Right there, there's a huge, and this is where the punks always hang out and the homeless people to the left of us. There's a huge clock right there that's actually under construction, so we can't see the clock itself, but we can see the actual place where it's supposed to be, which is right above our heads. So now we're walking along. There's the big giant supermarket and store that I told you about, sweetheart. It's called Monoprix right there. It goes all the way through to the other side. There's food in there as well, if I remember right. And yeah, so we're just walking through a wall. And little malls, little stores everywhere. Street performers that ask for money. So anyhow, this is essentially what Rouen looks like. Let's stop for a second. You can see the construction. Very different. If you look up there, you can actually see one of the wooden timber houses. They use timber and concrete to do the sides. It's very different. What do you think?
This is great. I wish that we would have known about this part of the city earlier.
Well, this is where I was trying to take you. But
I didn't know that, and
okay.
never told me.
Okay. So this is a part of the city that I figured you'd want to see. This is downtown. If we go behind us, is over right where we were by the church, and also by the cathedral and by our church. We actually got a chance to go into our church to see where I met for Sundays and stuff like that, because we ran into the missionaries, fortuitously enough, and got a picture or two of them. So, but like there's more stuff this way, but do you want to see, where do you want to go now, essentially?
This way. This is great.
Okay, we're going to continue going this way, and I'm going to turn this off for a minute. Very nice. Very pretty French city. And I just lived that way and that way. Just down the street and to the left some. The street further up the street, we're, I think just further down that way a little bit is the place of Jeanne d'Arc, where they built the cathedral in her honor, or the chapel in her honor. I found a shoe that says something very interesting on it. It says Eagle Scout in the shoe store here. That's really funny, actually. Eagle Scout shoes. Maybe Mom should have got us this instead of what she got us when we got our Eagle. An Eagle Scout shoe from France. Another shoe store. We seem to find our way into several of those. But that's alright. Lindsay has things that she likes, and I have things that I like. Another angle of Rouen. And I'm actually going to show you down a neat little alley right here. And then up it goes, and up it goes more. If you could see it all at once, you'd notice that the whole building leans out. So now we're going to walk over more and show you this big, it's going to open up here, and there's a big courtyard to the left.
This place is so cool.
I'm glad you like it. It's going to open up here to the left, and there'll be several more stores. What?
Diddle.
Yeah.
Diddle.
Lindsay's had a diddle sighting. It's a little mouse she's in love with.
Oh, it's a diddle. Can we go inside?
Yeah, let's do it. Here we go, sweetheart. As we go out, here's the strange cathedral that's shaped all weird.
And I only got 2 diddle postcards.
Hey, you did a good job. See, check it out. It opens up wide.
Oh my gosh, this is so eerie.
I know. So,
I feel like I'm trapped in a Hansel and Gretel fairy tale.
Lindsay feels like she's in a Brothers Grimm story. Hansel and Gretel fairy tale. It has a lot to do with these houses that look like they're all made of timber. They are.
I'm gonna take a picture of the witch.
Okay, this is a cathedral made in the honor of Joan of Arc, as though it's any consolation to her since they killed her, but at least she got made a saint and people pray to her now, which is very odd. So they did it interestingly enough, they made her a saint and they built a cathedral for her, but it's shaped, people say it's shaped as the architecture as though it was a witch's hat. So it was like one of their lasting stabs at her for being unorthodox and claiming that she had had visions. So, yep, they made her a saint, but they still, well, they didn't like her enough to kill her, but they also kind of made one last stab at her while they were building her cathedral, as it were. So anyway, that's it. It's very unusual. It's certainly not like any of the other cathedrals you've seen. But anyhow, so here's the street we just walked down. If you look, you can see all the interlacing things.
Thank you, babe.
So here's the other side of Joan of Arc's cathedral with all the other little rooms in it. It's really odd looking. It looks more modern. I can't believe that it was built, you know, a long time ago, but apparently, and then I think they've done some stuff to it since, but we're gonna go towards where I used to live, where my apartment was at, and look at some stuff there, and that's right by the Seine River, so we'll get to see some of the bridges as well. So, we'll be back. We're coming up on the big cathedral, which you can see at the end of the street, as well as some of the market over here to the left. And then the shoes that Lindsay loved are, those, where are they at?
They're right over here. They're the nicest shoes I've ever seen in my life.
Lindsay says they're the nicest shoes she's ever seen in her life. What was the brand called?
Manili.
Manili.
It's Italian.
Manelli?
Manili. Right.
Is that it? Manelli. Okay. Sweetheart, we gotta hurry, otherwise we're gonna get caught in the rain wherever we're at.
Just do a little pan of the shoes. Back over there too. They're great, great, great shoes. They're really cute.
Okay, are we done?
Yeah, we can do maybe a pan in the window on our way out.
Okay.
Right through here.
We're just gonna get caught in a rainstorm. I'm gonna have to put it up.
Okay, right here. The pan of the
Right
window.
through here. It's very nice. Keep going. Okay. Very, very fancy.
Angela, you'd like those. They're pointed.
Angela, you would like those too. Tie rack. Here's where I bought a tie before I left France. Very nice ties.
Great tie.
Which one?
That green one right there. Do you like
In
that
the
one?
front or the back?
The green one right there. That's
That one
beautiful,
is
isn't it?
very nice. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, well let's go to the cathedral.
Ah, pigeon. Almost attacked by the pigeon. Okay, so now we're going by the cathedral, which
Is that our ice cream?
we had our ice cream over there. We might get a croissant on the way out. Or something else from one of these little places. So you look through there, sweetheart.
Oh wow.
Another walkway down there.
Ooh, the chocolate yay.
This is the cathedral that Monet would paint all the time. It's a very impressive cathedral. It's the biggest one in Rouen, which has over 100, which says a lot. And get a little bit of video of it, maybe run inside for a minute or two, run to my apartment, and then grab something to eat and run for the foothills. Okay, yeah, take a look. What do you think?
Oh wow.
See, is that not pretty?
I don't know what to call it.
Yeah, it's a Gothic cathedral, so it's very very something. I don't know what this has to do with Jesus actually, but
That's the scariest, creepiest looking cathedral I've ever seen in my life.
yeah, it's the Gothic style. So anyway, all the little
Cathedral of
saints in there. Cathedral of Satan.
It is. Look
Well,
at it.
you got to keep that down when you say that around here. But yeah, it's kind of creepy looking. Here's the inside of the cathedral.
It's terrifying.
Lindsay said it's the creepiest cathedral she's ever seen in her life.
It's gonna give me nightmares.
It's not going to give you nightmares.
I'm going to.
Anyhow, so there's these and there's also the side ones. up and down each side as well. Pretty cool, huh? Okay, we're recording again, and it's way out of focus. There we go. You can see the staircase is going up. It's kind of cool. Up to a door, and then you can see how high up it goes here. It's just really pretty, so we'll turn it off and go out. There's the pipe organ at the top, and you can see out the front there. All right. What do you have to say?
This is far from pretty.
Far from pretty? Creepy?
This is the scariest place I've ever been in my entire life. This is not pretty. They have like dead people in the cathedral. There's like coffins in here.
Coffins, and they're also in the floor in certain of these
People are dead
spots.
Underneath the floor.
Yeah.
And we just walked past 2 coffins inside the cathedral.
Yeah. Here's the little square as we would walk from the cathedral, or back where our church is at, just behind it, over to where our apartment was. So we'll go over there now. I'll turn it off because we're low on batteries. Here's the doorbell that says Les Missionnaires. That's still the same apartment because we ran into them earlier. We'll step back and show you that. Okay, here's the actual building. It's on Rue Etienne de Tournier. If you go up, there's the first floor, which is a business, second floor, third floor, and that's right where we lived at, was up there in that building. We had a view overlooking the Seine River. It was really cool. So that was my room right up there with the blue drape. So that's where I lived when I was on my mission, right there in that building, which overlooked this, and right behind us is the Seine River, which is fairly impressive. And there's the French flag. That's where we're at. All right, here's the tower where they kept Joan of Arc. It's pretty impressive. I'm trying to keep the rain off the camera, but there it is. Now you've seen the only remaining part of the castle where Joan of Arc was kept. Very impressive. Lindsay, she's going up in the tower. There's looks like the trash toilet. I'm not sure, maybe, but we're going up and don't have much juice left in the battery, so let's see how much of this we can get. We're going straight up another series of steps. Yeah, this is exactly where she was probably brought up in chains. Kind of cool, huh? Another big fireplace.
Le maître qui verra ça avec lui si vous avez retenu. Oui.
Allez.
Pardon?
Non.
Attendez. Du calme, on va remonter dans le même ordre alors, les uns derrière les autres.
This is the model of the Castle Philippe in Rouen. It represents the castle as existing in the 13th century. That's what it looked like right there. We're in the big tower right here on the side. The rest of it's been destroyed.
This is where the guards lived?
Huh?
This is where they lived.
This is a castle built by Philippe. Oh, you have to check out this door. There's locks up and down the entire thing. Can't really see it, but the whole door is fully locked. It's very impressive. That's probably something like... Here's the top of the tower. This looks like that's where they could go and shoot arrows out to defend. And then here's the very top, which is all wood. And then I don't know what's in the very middle. It's all blocked off, but safe to say she was hidden somewhere up in here.
Oh my gosh.
Wouldn't that have sucked?
Wow.
Your entire life, or not your entire life, but for the end of your life before they burned you at the stake, you're locked in a tower. Smile, time to go.
Hi.
Hey Jesse, this one's for you at the end. That is the little mini car, and there's a normal size car, and there's not really any normal size car to compare it to, but yeah, I don't know. Look how big it is. It's little. Anyway, Yeah, so, okay, look, there's a normal car passing so you can get a perspective. It's about the size of their trailer. It's just sick and wrong, isn't it? Anyway, off for now. Smile, Lindsay.